and in a couple of days, that's it. Actually, today was his last day, but because he's only in the morning there, and some other team people are still there until Friday, and then he goes on a vacation, and I've been today there because last night I found about this place, about that what I was just telling you about. There's some crust there. But eventually I was thinking like maybe I should go there, make an appointment and to go there, and they take what needs to be done. That is the theory. But when I go there, then they may do whatever they want to do. I say about these and jenes is in German. I say about I want to get checked on these parasites. I would even send them those photographs, a USB stick with those clips on it, and then the samples of the crust and so on, and hair, to really check that through. I told my doctor, I told him that this needs to be done because then the antibiotica can be then concentrated on that virus or viruses that I have in me. You know what he said? He said, there's only one antibiotica, that antibiotica that I take right now is, that's all you need. He's screwing me, right? Isn't he screwing me? I've been reading the internet for days, for months, for years. And when I see something, just like before I knew about Morgellons, I kept searching, and I take something and could this be that or could this be that, trying to figure out if that what I have really is that. I thought it was scabies, but these are not scabies. Eventually I came to the Morgellons, and everything is just perfect, like a puzzle, all those stones are fitting into each other. And I've read there too, and people are saying they have all kinds of diseases like parasites or bacteria, infectious bacteria, and they have to take, entsprechende, they have to take specific antibiotica for them. Because I've also read that when you take antibiotica that has nothing to do with those viruses, then it's a waste of stuff, it's a waste of medication, it's a waste of your health. And my doctor doesn't seem to understand that. He's still fucking me around. I feel fucked for everybody. And the hospital where I went to the dermatologist there, where I sent only one email to the emergency for them to please forward that email to the dermatology. They couldn't do that because they're so stupid. Dermatology didn't even have an email address, to send them that. Today I found out from my doctor, those photos, from that hospital, they told him that I was sending them like so many emails that their system broke down. What the fuck? Do you know how many emails I would have to send to such a large hospital so their fucking hospital would break down? Think about it. I need to be a hacker where I can hack into that fucking system and send 1,000,000 emails within a second so the system would break down. What the fuck is this shit? Why are they fucking me around like that? Because they don't like me, and I don't like them either. He said to me, they don't want to see me in that hospital anymore. Yeah, because those guys are so stupid, And I told him also, I don't want to see those guys either, So he was looking at me like, they do what they want to do, It's their word against mine. Who do you think the doctor is going to believe, me or them? Doctors believe doctors. Huh? When a doctor says, hey, did you know that the planet Earth is flat? Then they're going to believe that, yes. Huh? And then the normal person says, did you know that the planet Earth is flat? Morgellons, yeah, right. Okay. So I went there today to my doctor, not eating a breakfast. I slept only, 4 hours? Because until 4 o'clock in the morning, I was preparing everything to go there, to eventually, it would take some blood samples. But he didn't care, today was actually his last day for my doctor, and everything is okay. I showed him the photographs and the samples I wanted him to send there, and he looked at me and asked me, what is he supposed to do with that? I'm not a doctor, you know, like, I am not a doctor, but I still have enough intelligence to know what I would do if I were the doctor. If I were the doctor and someone comes to me and says, you know, these samples, could you please send them along to the micro thing there, to that university where they're checking it, you know, could you please do these bacteria checkings and so, that's my patient, you know, then I do it, you know, and tell the secretary to call them, because they have many of them, you know, that university, if it's okay to send these samples, because my last dermatologist, she said too that she did send those photographs and samples. She wanted me to collect samples, and then I even asked the secretary, did you guys send it? Yeah, it's everything okay. You know what, they didn't do anything. Whatever I say, nobody listens. Nobody listens. What do you call this? When doctors think that you have some kind of disease, but no, it's not dermaton. It's not a delusional disease. It's yeah, maybe it is a delusional. They have a word, psychosis. I don't know. When I have a crust here, I want to get rid of it. When there are people, because there are people like that possible, because they're lonely and they may do that, you know, pretend, use some crust, that they have some kind of disease, but they don't have a disease because they're so lonely and they want to go be with people, right? And then they send you to a psychiatrist or to lock you up, whatever, and they're gonna make a therapy with you, this and that, ergotherapy, all nonsense bullshit. Well, okay, maybe it's for those people that have a mental problem. Maybe for them it is a good thing, because then they have achieved that, what they wanted to achieve, to be in psychotherapy, to do things in a group, this and that, maybe cooking and painting or something like that, you know. For them it is good. But I am not like them. I have these things, I have proof with photographs, I have proof with these clips, and there's thousands and millions and tons of clips out on the YouTube and everywhere else about Morgellions. They don't say these are Morgellions, but these do exist. What else can I do, you know? And even that doctor who sent me that 3-page letter, he mentioned something like that, you know, I should go to make a therapy and so on, because I was mentioning like I was depressed and things like that. Of course, he wants to protect himself as well, you know, just in case something happens to me. Then, you know, nobody could say, you didn't say that to him, that and that. No, it's got nothing to worry about. It's just, and the depression is coming up and down, and today was another day like that. So when I printed it out to that university. I went to my doctor today and showing him that, and he didn't want to send it to them. Then he said he's not going to send it, you know, I should go there, you know. I said to him, I was getting frustrated, and he was moving to the door like he wanted me to leave, you know. And I was upset because I was so close to something again. You're so close to get that, what you need, to eventually get maybe a diagnosis that all this shit will stop. And they just push you away because they're doctors, right? They can do that. Yes. And he read those few paragraphs, and it said there that patients, well, they don't do any appointments there where you may talk to those guys at where they do the microbiology stuff, you know, Parasitologie in German.